What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and the first toy hunt of the year. And today I am back at the Butler area toy show in the Clearview Mall. This is only my second time attending this show, and last year when I was here it was inside of 2 empty stores. But I was talking to a couple of my friends who were set up at the July show, and they said that they might be changing it because I guess they're outgrowing the space. With the early bird, the doors open at 10 a.m. So let's head on in and see what I can find.
Okay, it's not $20 case anymore. I've never once seen one unused.
Got some turtles on card.
I'll probably end up bringing it to
Tiger shark, maybe?
I walked in the back room once, trust me, I was buying random shit. I know. My goal is to come back up probably this spring. Yeah. Because I came what?
Got a ton of turtles on card.
Just standing in it. With the case? Yes. He came to my before Time Castle moved to Niles. He came in to the old drum
Starcom.
2 big boxes. They're up. They're up on wrestling.
130.
I just went and paid for it. I go, what's that? I think it was 200. What tote was nothing? I put my hand in. I pushed my hand over. To one piece.
Toxo Lab. Bunch of G1 Transformers. Some Thundercats back there.
The oven and the chips on the floor. What? I remember seeing it.
Nice vintage Tron selection. Don't see those too often. Drone.
We need that case right there for
There's some Mighty Mats. Transformers. At every store or show I go to, I'm always hunting for G1 Transformers that I still need. And in the past, I only picked them up if they had the box. But like I've said before, some of these you just don't ever see the box for, and if you do, they're definitely not cheap, especially the later releases. So recently, I started picking up the ones that I still need loose. So I was very happy when I found Chain Claw, one of the Pretenders, because this is one that I just don't come across too often. And the next thing I almost missed because he blended in with all of those Tron figures. But I did find G.I. Joe Slice, one of the Shadow Ninjas, and he was complete with all of his accessories. And I have to say thank you to Lucas from the Soda Pop Toy Shop for giving me a great deal on both.
Right down on the main street and then check out that show.
Got some Street Sharks.
I have one in my game. Yeah. Little one.
Carded Barnyard Commandos. It's at Series 1. Got Ben's of Wrestlers. Voltron. Star Wars figures. Got some Joes. Got some Silverhawks.
I like the little telephone.
Rambo, Centurions, got some masks, T-Bob. So normally when I'm at shows, I don't spend a lot of time digging through the boxes and the bins that are on the floor. And that's typically because either I don't see them or I can't get to them because there's so many people standing in front of the tables. But with Butler being a little bit of a smaller show compared to some of the other shows that I attend, I actually had a lot more time to do some digging. And I'm really glad that I did, because in that box, I was able to find the Scott Tracker and T-Bob to add to my mask collection. Giant turtle, 35, no accessories. Nice Rebo bands. Bunch of those Star Wars figures. G.I. Joe. Some GoBots. Recently, I started watching Challenge of the GoBots, because I don't think I've ever seen this entire series, even though I had a few GoBots as a kid. And after watching a couple of the episodes, it got me thinking about my small GoBots collection. Now, I never really spent a lot of time or effort in collecting this line. I just picked them up from time to time. But after a little bit of research, I realized that they didn't make a ton of GoBots, at least not compared to the G1 Transformers. And it is still a very affordable line to collect. So this year, I wanted to focus a little bit more on completing this line. And because the cartoon was called Challenge of the GoBots, I decided to do the GoBot Challenge and see how many I could find at this show to add to my collection. In that box of GoBots, I was able to find, starting in the back, Turbo, the white version of Crasher, the orange and blue Buggy Man, and then the front, Night Ranger, Dumper, Stallion, and Hans Cuff. And then at another table, I found the Space Shuttle and the helicopter, which I know were either McDonald's or Wendy's toys, but I knew they were GoBots. I have no idea what that's from. Looks familiar. Some Shearer napkins. Empty card bags. Got some Food Fighters, Joe's, bunch of Power Rangers, Sega Genesis, It's like a lot of the Masterpiece Transformers. Got some Box Exo Squad. Stomper Megastar. An Alpha. Septic tank. A ton of Carter Joes.
Yeah, right.
TMNT. All three of the muscles.
You just gotta remember, especially like in business, that you catch more bees with honey than you do with
The Back Cave Command Center. That's actually hilarious.
Hey man, see you later, buddy. Thanks, man. Yeah, for sure.
Carter Rambo figures.
Good seeing you, buddy.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. And that last table was the guys from D&E. And just like always, they brought a killer selection of toys. So I picked up the G.I. Joe Checkpoint Alpha, the Eco Warrior Septic Tank. Now I've seen this loose before, but never with the box. And in the front is the Secto Viper, which is the Cobra Bug driver. And I currently don't own that vehicle, but he's usually always missing. So I went ahead and grabbed him. And the last thing that I found was Hordak, and this is the Red Armor variant, which some of you may or may not be aware of, so let me explain. On his body armor, you will have 3 painted slots, like red slots on each side. And if you're looking for this variant, make sure that you check the back of the armor to make sure that the Horde symbol is also painted, because sometimes this gets switched out with an unpainted piece. So here is the more common release, which you can see does not have the painted slots on the side, and the Horde symbol on the back of his armor is unpainted. And I'm not sure the backstory on this variant, because both are stamped 1984, were made in Malaysia. But if a seller knows about this variant, typically he'll go for about $60 to $80. And apparently this one didn't, because I got this for $20. And he was also complete with his crossbow and the bat. And that was everything that I picked up at the Butler Area Toy Show. And man, it was so nice to finally get out and do some toy hunting again. The area I live in has gotten a ton of snow, and I've pretty much been stuck in the house for the past 2 months going stir crazy. And overall, this was a really great show. I would definitely say that it was better than last year's. And they ended up not changing the location. It was still in those same 2 vacated storefronts inside of the Clearview Mall. But they did expand the white fence that was out front and even added a few more vendors. And that's where that 80s toy shop was set up, which was the first table I showed you that had all of those awesome carded TMNT figures and the box Starcom, which I almost pulled the trigger on, and I probably would have if I didn't find so many other great things. But they do have a store up in Buffalo, so I might have to make a road trip this year and go check them out. And for me, the next show that I will be at is Toy Ohio 21 on Saturday, February 8th. And I'm definitely looking forward to this show. And hopefully William and James are with me once again, because they were not able to attend this show. And one last thing. I recently did my 500 subscriber giveaway. So I would like to say congratulations to Guy and Barnaby, who was the winner. And thank you to everyone else who entered the giveaway. I really enjoyed hearing what your favorite childhood toy or cartoon was, and there was definitely some interesting choices in there. And that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys really enjoyed the first toy hunt of the year, because I know I did. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
This is the toy channel you've been searching for.